That's awkward. That's awkward. I didn't have the mic on. Good morning. It is a lovely Tuesday morning right now. The audio is a bit loud on my part, so I'm gonna actually turn it down just a tad. That's better. Now, for you guys, of course, it did absolutely nothing for me to do that. However, for me, it's a little easier to hear. Jay is here. Good morning, Jay. How are you? I have a final project to do. I'm muted. I think I fixed it at this point. Thank you for letting me know, though. Because it says that my gaming mic is on. I'm gonna double check just to make sure. Yeah, it's connected. It's connected, yeah. But good morning, it's good to see you. Thank you for joining me this early. It's 7:30 for me right now, which I almost never am up for normally, much less to stream. But I might have a final project due at 11:59 p.m. tonight, and like 3 things to do today. So, Lord, help me focus, help everyone in this stream to focus and to get what they need done, and thank you for your faithfulness. Amen. I have, let me just jump right in and show you guys. That's a unfortunate placement of the Spotify thing. Let's just put a little smaller. There we go. That's better, right? But yeah, good morning. How are you? I am going to be creating the job that I want to have, and be creating a job posting for this. And essentially, I can't use my own YouTube channel stuff. It works now. Yay! I can't use my own YouTube channel stuff because I've already outed myself as somebody who does content creation, and so they're like, it has to be fake, and technically it would be fake. I don't know. I'm just pushing a little bit so that I would not be the one creating the content, but rather just working for somebody who does create the content, because that's the setting. So we're pretending that I got hired by the Cozy Beard to be a content creation manager, and we're going from there. Keep in mind that this is all fictitious. We have not actually discussed this. I'm just shouting out the Cozy Beard because it's a cool name. So yeah. It works now. Yay! We have some portfolio references that have to get done. We have to have a cover page, which I took care of. Not going to show you that cover page, but let me see if I can switch these around. Bam. And then bam. Okay. So now chat is just over there, I guess. Okay. Figuring out chat in this setup is gonna be fun. But yeah, so I'm gonna be walking you through me doing my homework because I need emotional support, essentially. So thanks for coming. Hopefully this can provide some sort of entertainment. I don't know, maybe it's interesting. I don't know. It's just easier for me to think of this as, oh, I need to stream, rather than I need to complete a final project that will determine my grade. You know, it's just a little easier to reframe it. That is literally an example of me reframing. It's also actively right now an example of me procrastinating, because I'm explaining it instead of doing it. So, I wish you the best in whatever you are about to endeavor to accomplish, and let's create this job. Okay, so we need a detailed fictitious job posting for a specific line manager position, and the line manager position, that is somewhere. What does a line manager do? I have a link somewhere. Basically, a line manager is the go-between between the people doing every task. So, if it were McDonald's, for example, a line manager would oversee the people working the registers, overseeing making the food, overseeing all of the happenings there, and they talk to their supervisors about that. So they're kind of like the middleman between the people hands-on doing the work and the people who are in charge of all of the companies, if that makes sense. And Jay says, I'm going to try to do the edit today. Let's see if Spirit Fair doesn't take over me. I believe in you. We can both do the things that we need to get done. Well, I need to get this done. You want to get it done, and I believe in you. With the edit, the line manager for the brain would be between executive functioning, telling us what we need to get done and stuff, and, or I guess like our brains telling us what we need to get done, and then the executive functioning making sure that everything happens. So like it tells us to go and get ready on time, or to get a task done, or tells us, oh hey, we need to eat. Yeah, I'm streaming this early because I need to study. What? No, I've not been up all night. I got some sleep. I love you, Mom. Mom says hi, stream. She left me in this exact spot. And then she woke up, and I'm in the same exact spot. And she thinks I've been streaming all night. I've not been streaming all night, as you can tell by the fact that I've only been live for less than 10 minutes. But that was kind of funny. Anywho. So yes, a line manager is not my dream job necessarily. It's kind of the person in charge of my dream job, but we're gonna pretend it's my dream job. Because I need to have a specific line manager position for this assignment. And then Jay says, hi, Lily's mom. She says, hello. This fictitious job posting needs to... Where is it? I did a little bit of brainstorming. I know okay. I'm trying to organize. Chase says, we would not let Lily stream all night. No, you guys would not. I remember one time I was streaming for 4 or 5 hours, and I had said I meant to end stream like 3 or 4 times, and then Infinity just started spamming the bye. You guys are very, very sweet. Alright. So, because it's early morning, I am trying to keep track of things. I looked up a bunch of job roles. Funnily enough, they're all in like Orlando. So we're just gonna pretend that all of these places are local. You would not catch me living in Orlando. I can tell you that. I do not want to live where there are a lot of people. I like to live in less people places, you know? But these are all examples of job postings that I need to copy in some way. I can get rid of the rating things. I just put my keyboard around. If you saw the straight down typing keyboard angle, oh my gosh. You would have seen me do it backwards. So these are the benefits. So once we do a job description, some of them have the job description first and some of them have it after the benefits, which is interesting. And then they do it again later. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do the job description first and then primary tasks. And then that's gonna be in normal. I don't know why that disappeared. What? Oh, it's because I have that. There we go. Now it should, yep, there we go. Now it shows up. So tasks are going to be things like something. Do I have it in my history? I should have it in my history. I do! What does a line manager do? Yay! Okay, line managers supervise a business's operations and employees. They're responsible for making sure employees on the team complete their work efficiently. And these are some of the tasks that I can copy and paste in here. Oh, not like that. Control Shift V. And that is how you copy and paste without formatting, my friends. Okay. So, we need a job description, we need tasks, we need skills and experience. I cannot see what I'm typing. There we go. Skills and experience. Unbold, and then another list. If you're wondering what the difference between a line manager and project manager is, because aren't we all? Line managers are overseeing an entire department. So in this case, in this fictitious setting, I'm going to oversee the creative department. So I'm going to say production team line manager instead to be really specific. And then also, I just picked a random place in Colorado because I remember the Cozy Bear talking about Colorado. Mr. Conductor Bro, hello. Hello, Lily. How are you doing so far? I'm doing well. I have I'm very short in the camera, I just realized. I have homework due at 11:59 p.m. today, so I am streaming at 7:30 a.m. to get it done. How are you? We are making a fake job posting for my dream job, or at least the job in charge of my dream job. You are welcome to work alongside, or just hang out, ask questions, whatever. It's completely fictitious, meaning, like, I'm making this up as I go, because I'm supposed to. Over here you can see my homework proposal. We're going to do the detailed fictitious job posting for a specific line manager position, which is production team line manager, and then I have to define that and outline the tasks, and then talk about skills and experience, and then after all of that, blah blah blah, we need to do something about, just basically make a job posting that follows all of the other structures that I've copy and pasted. Mr. Conductor Bro says, I'm good too. I just had breakfast. And then a pancake emoji. Oh, that looks so good. I know it's just an emoji, but oh, I love pancakes so much. I'm glad it was, oh wait, I hope it was a good breakfast. I'm glad you're doing well. Let's see. So skills, job details. I think I already include that in the job description. Why work with us? Qualifications. Everything has a benefits. It's just where they put it, really. We're gonna do qualifications, benefits, and compensation. And then EEO. I've learned about EEO. This is like the equal equal something something opportunity. Equal employment opportunity, I think. And so a lot of them have this thing at the end, and I want to do something similar, but I want to mention that this is an affirmative action location where we're actively hiring people that are maybe discriminated against in the standard hiring process. So the difference between equal opportunity employers and affirmative action, there's not really a negative to either. And talking it out for you guys on stream helps me process it and think through what I want to include as well. So this part is helpful for me. I'm not just procrastinating, I swear. Equal opportunity employers, we learned about in a specific chapter, and basically it's the bare minimum required to ensure that people aren't like discriminated against in the natural order of things. So like as a equal employment opportunity stuff, make sure that everybody, no matter of your age or your disability or your family or whatever, everybody has a chance to like be employed, I guess. So there we go. I think it's here. Equal employment opportunity in a safe workplace. Looking here, you have all of these amendments in America, specifically, because that's where I'm training to be a business professional. You have the 13th Amendment, which abolished slavery. 14th Amendment provides equal protection with due process. So this is to do with the court system. Civil Rights Acts grants all citizens the right to make, perform, modify, and terminate contracts and enjoy all benefits, terms, and conditions of the contractual relationship. So as I am doing these things, down here at the bottom I have to note where everything is related to. So we need 3 or 4 course terms and concepts synthesized per thing. So here we go. Equal Pay Act of 1963 requires that men and women performing equal jobs receive equal pay. Everything labeled EEOC has to do with the equal opportunity employment thing. So we can't discriminate based on race, color, religion, sex, or national origin. We're going to prohibit discrimination against age. And then Rehabilitation Act of 1973 requires affirmative action in the employment of individuals with disabilities. This is actually not EEOC, so I'm going to go a little different. This is in very specific environments. So we are going out beyond what is required, and in the EEOC, the C stands for like community or corporation or something. We're just going to talk about how we are an affirmative action employer that prioritizes diversity. We are committed to providing an accessible and inclusive workplace and will not do not discriminate on any grounds protected by applicable human rights legislation across the US and Canada. Nothing against Canada, but we're located in the US, so I'm gonna specify the US first. Okay, so we got that clarification out of the way. I don't know why you have to include it, but every single one has. So I'm doing that. And then because of that, I can say down here, human, what is this called? This is called Equal Employment Opportunity, Chapter 3. 2. This is incorporated. Honestly, I incorporated this because I need it. It needs to be, but discuss relevance to the document. Establishes fictitious organization, follows EEOC policies. I don't think that's gonna count, but it's good enough for what I need right now. So there's one thing. Okay. Let's keep on working on the job description. Join the Cozy Beard Company as a full-time production team line manager. Keeping in mind, okay, we are going to be affirmative action, meaning we're going to actively seek out people with disabilities, actively seek out people who maybe wouldn't be hired normally. We're going to actively seek out minorities and whatnot. Keep in mind that this is, again, not at all... I've not spoken with the Cozy Beard about this. We're just, in fact, oops. Let's do the neurodivergent, because I haven't spoken with him and I feel uncomfortable stating these things as if we've spoken about it. So we're just going to switch it over to the Neurodivergent Collective Incorporated. There we go. There we go. And then it can include the Cozy Beard and Legend of Seats and Blue Jay Bard and all of the places. Mr. Conductor Pro. Anybody who wants to be a part of this fake thing. Neurodivergent Collective Corporation is a full-time production team line manager. There we go. Alright, I feel better about that. I feel better about that. I didn't have rights to use the name, so we wanted to adjust that. And while I'm changing it, I might as well switch it to Orlando. then I can just take one of the addresses here. That one's in Lake Mary. Lake Mary. Everything's in Lake Mary. Here we go. So this just leads to a random link. This just says Orlando, Florida. I think Orlando, Florida is fine. So, join the Neurodivergent Collective Corporation as a full-time production team line manager. Our in-house production team of content-minded creatives include a videographer, editor, graphic designer, and scriptwriter, working together to not only create entertaining content for across social media platforms, but also cultivate a meaningful experience for the online community we are a part of. Job summary is kind of just a bunch of SEO word dump. Like right here. Provides the video department with expert knowledge in live video operations, simple to medium. This is like task description. I don't want to do that one. Maybe social media. Challenger brand built from the ground up for the female athlete. Most gear in our company started with men's equipment and scaled it down. We started with her. We think that different matters, and we're betting the company on it. Volleyball authority, trusted by coaches and programs at every level. We're talking about this. Collaborate with us to create... Oh, I already used that verb. Ah! Collaborate with us to... screw it, I'm using that word again. Create a brand voice. Learn. Work. Develop. Ooh, collaborate with us to develop content and a brand voice across 5. Let's do 4 platforms. Social media platforms. Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, and let's say TikTok. Kind of liking this just like list format over here. Kind of liking that. So I think I might steal that. Collaborate with us to develop content. Develop content and brand voice across 4 social media platforms. Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Then we want to integrate advertising and marketing principles with I don't know. Okay, so what am I trying to communicate here? We did a job description. We have a tasks. So let's describe the tasks as a job first. Liaising between employees and senior managers, managing resources and allocating budgets. So really it's not about So yeah, we're developing content and a brand voice across 4 social media platforms. That's an overview. That's coordinating all the different pieces together for a cohesive brand. That tracks. But integrating advertising and marketing principles, not so much. So by managing resources and allocating budgets, gonna be something about money. I like how they say what you'll own, and they're saying like you're in charge these things. As a social media manager, you have to be in charge or skilled with video shooting and whatnot, but collaborate with us. I don't care. Develop content and brand voice. I think I'm just gonna say develop a brand voice across 4 social media platforms. Maybe instead of collaborate with us, something that emphasizes the line manager position. So I really want to target people who are going to be responsible, in charge of other people. I want to target people who are good with money. Interesting. This feels... I've been taking a lot of inspiration from this social media manager one, but it seems a little different. So I'm gonna reference a video engineer for Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure, because that seems a little more standard. Might give me a little bit of an idea of what I'm looking for. Major responsibilities. Function as point person for all entertainment video show systems. Operator of video switcher and equipment. Maintain and organize material acquisition and installation. Partner with the editor and designer. Okay, so partner with us, collaborate with us to develop a brand voice, maintain and organize equipment, what is this? I don't know. In charge of... I'm going to talk about how they're in charge of purchasing, but also maintaining things. The other positions don't have this skill, or I guess job description element, but I do kind of want to include it. Maintain it. How about manage, direct, what's a good synonym for manage? Synonyms for manage. Supervise, oversee, run, administer, direct. Lead, govern, conduct, handle, maintain, operate, oversee. These are all good synonyms. We're going to use some of these. Okay, so we're going to say we're going to develop a brand voice. I like that. We're keeping that. That's going to be one of them. We're going to also supervise the production team. We're gonna emphasize that it's supervising a team of individuals who are very capable at their jobs, but they just need like coordination. So supervise, maybe instead of supervise, coordinate intra-company communications between videographer, editor, graphic designer, and script writer. And actually, I'm going to put that in parentheses. I'm going to call this production team. Videographer, editor, graphic designer, and scriptwriter. And head of operations. No, they're kind of the head of operations. I want somebody who can talk between the people on the ground and the person creating the content. And the board of directors, I guess? No. They're gonna be on the board of directors, I feel. Maybe? I'm not sure. I should know. This is one of my final projects. I just don't. What did this say? What does the line manager do? Delegate tasks in several departments, yeah. Authority to offer promotions, bonuses, and salary adjustments. Constructive feedback. Administrative tasks. Performance reviews. So, conduct performance reviews to give real-time, valuable real-time feedback on performance, I guess, again. Oh, I wonder. Production team line manager. Oh, I think I need to think bigger. Okay. So I've been thinking about this as just like one company, but what if there's also like a merch department, and then there's also a finances department, and then there's also, okay. Full time. Just line manager, I guess. Alright. Our in-house team of content-minded creatives include a production team. Okay, okay. This is making a little more sense, guys. I'm really happy with the turn that this is taking. Production team. finances team. We're gonna say accountant. I don't know. I'm gonna have to Google it. What are important teams or departments in a business? We're gonna have finance and accounting. Okay. Sales and marketing. Blah, blah, blah. I'm thinking about just eliminating the clarifications right now. So sales and marketing. Legal, information technology, IT department, research and development, and human resources, HR. And then I want to say something about how we're all working together to create entertaining content across social media platforms and run a successful business. No, let's be a little more specific. Beyond just running a business. How about what makes Valkyrie a business team? Or whatever. Equity ownership, brand partnerships, and investments. Okay. So we're gonna be doing managing brand partnerships and collaborations. Going to coordinate with the research and development team on this is really bright. Research and development team on something. Accessible gaming stuff, apparel, merch. What could we do? Gaming devices, I guess. I don't know. I'm really getting a lot of inspiration from Valkyrie because she's literally a content creator, but she's also the boss of a company that does a bunch of stuff and that's really cool. But it's not entertaining to talk about the logistics, so I don't know a lot of the logistics. Jay says, ooh, accessibility in gaming is not talked about enough. Great. So, Jay, if you were a part of this company, what would you want your role to be? Would you be in research and development? Would you be in sales and marketing? Would you be in the production team? I love how we have an entire production team and then just a single accountant for the finances team. I feel like there's just a little bit of imbalance there. I just Kermited that. I can never take a sip without thinking of Mari's meme. Okay. So instead of entertaining meaningful content, we seek to increase accessibility, probably research and development. Epic. Okay. So I really feel like I don't need to do this, but I feel like I need to for processing vibes. So if we have, screw that. Let's go home. Let's do whiteboard. We're gonna do the same thing we did for my video, but different. We're gonna have yellow, red, blue, purple, pink, and green. Jay, you're blue. Why is that gray? Okay, we're gonna add blue. So we're gonna have research and development. We're gonna talk about you would be researching basic accessibility needs. You'd be researching haptics and optics for multisensory feedback in games. You'd be researching virtual realities and stuff. You'd be researching hardware details about it. You'd be researching also probably the game market. You'd have to research like what is popular, what games are trending, and then look at those games, play them, and figure out how to make them accessible for different audiences. Let's say over here we need, what else do we have? IT. Let's make this IT department. Information technologies. IT isn't just helping people with their technological issues, it's also coordinating information across digital platforms. It's also talking about IT department, ensuring technology is used efficiently, correctly, effectively, maintaining company, what is it, like Bitdefender and Norton and anti-malware stuff, integrity online, cyber security, I guess that's kind of the same thing, stuff like that. Here, let's do sales and marketing, because I love the color pink, so we're gonna make it pink. Because why not? I like pink. Sales and marketing is going to be developing a brand voice. We're going to be talking about stuff and more stuff. Oh, we need another sticky note. We're going to make white be line manager. And line manager is going to be in charge of all of these different things. Yeah. I'm streaming. Bye, Dad. I love you. Have a good day. Dad says hi, stream. Okay, let's make that bigger. Let's make this bigger. Let's make this bigger. Mr. Conductor Bro, if you're still in chat, what, which one of these departments would you be a part of? Jace's IT sounds like too much responsibility for me. Glad I'm into music production. Yeah, I was surprised that IT wasn't just, like, talking about a bunch of, like, have you turned your computer on? Is it plugged in? Stuff like that. Like, it's actually, it's actual jobs. It's wild. Finances, production, human resources. So let's do finances is green. Let's do production as purple. Let's do human resources as yellow. And then there's another one. I could just leave it, but we're gonna keep on going. Managing human resources. Responsibilities. What does a human resource do? So, human resources. Analysis and job design. Recruitment, training and development. Performance management, compensation and benefits, employee relations, personnel policies, employee data and information systems. Similar to IT, but IT is responsible for making sure that those work, and HR is responsible for ensuring they exist, basically. Personnel policies, employee data and information systems, compliance with laws. So we also need to do like a legal team, support for strategy. Basically, if you want to do everything in a company, get into HR. Everyone will love and hate you. If you can't tell, this is my course on human resources. So I'm guessing a line manager is kind of out of human resources because this is what the course is. But I'm doing the training and developing. Recruitment, we are seeking applicants for potential employment. We are trying to find them. We're looking for problem solving. Oh, I have a brilliant... Okay. So... let's do white because it's related to line manager. Not that. This. These are top qualities employers look for in employees. training, development, managing performance. Observable behaviors and outcomes. Really, this whole list here for human resources? Honestly, this is the definition of a line manager. And that only slightly concerns me because I'm really confused. However, I'm used to being very confused chronically, and I usually get good grades despite that. Thank you, Lord. Maybe I can look up line manager. Methods. Line manager. Contract administration. This is like the second to last chapter here. Managers. Union files a written grievance with a line manager. Why are there so few things? So the line manager is going to coordinate all of these things. We're going to do finances. We need someone to do accounting. Coordinate with sponsorships. Coordinate with salary slash pay rates. Talk about profit margin stuff, taxes. Have them talk about you can't see. I think that's good enough for finances. And then production. This is the one thing I know about. Yay. We're gonna do production. Production people include like the videographer actually manning the cameras. We're gonna do so camera operators, we're gonna do video director, we're gonna do the editor, we're gonna do graphic design for thumbnails and stuff. We're gonna do script writers, we're gonna do all sorts of things. Okay. So, line manager is going to coordinate all of these together in some way. We're a small team. So, we are a team of creatives seeking to increase accessibility and accessibility and disability awareness in gaming environments. You with cross-platform presence on with, I don't know. Seeking a line manager to help. Number one rule of writing: if you're gonna say to help us do something, just say to do that thing. You don't want them to help, you just want them to do the thing. So instead of creative director, how about... Well, let me just... Business professional. This is direct manager. Typically oversee a team of frontline workers. So this is just one team. So you're going to meet with managers from other departments to discuss goals. So meet with other department managers to discuss company goals. And those other department managers, of course, are these guys. So we're going to look at production. Can we make it fancy in some way? Yeah, that makes it stand out a little better. Okay, so production line manager. Production line manager. Oh, I googled that. I'm glad I didn't show you guys me doing that because it immediately doxed my immediate location, which is awkward. But, there we go. That's better. Mr. Conductor Bro says, since my birthday's coming up next month, I hope I'll have a great dinner party. Ooh, happy early birthday. I hope you'll have a great dinner party as well. What are you looking forward to doing at that dinner party? And hey, if you were a part of this company, which department would you want to be a part of? Would you want to be part of human resources? Would you want to be a part of finances? Would you want to be part of sales and marketing? Would you want to be a part of IT department? Would you want to be a part of the research and development? Or do you want to be a part of production? Does any of that sound good to you? Oh, that's awkward. Y'all saw nothing. hoping to go bowling and watch movies. Nice. That sounds like a lot of fun. Ooh. Provide contact details, include a professional summary, include work experience, highlight your skills. Oh, this is for... Let's find jobs like that. Autonomy and influence. You'll be trusted to own the workshop and a lot of places like the terminology own. So I guess I'll use that as our content production team line manager. You'll own. And then, I guess, just more exploring that stuff. You will, you will, you will. Oversee. And voice across 4 social media platforms. I don't know. Establishing a consistent brand voice. There we go. You'll own setting creative team targets, specific goals. We're gonna be coordinating with financial team to determine production budgets. Coordinate with research and development team on trialing and process behind making accessible gaming software, hardware. Ensuring safety standards for the production team. Research and development versus production team. A creative production team. There we go. Or maybe content production? I don't know. We are a team of creatives seeking a line manager to increase accessibility and disability awareness in gaming environments. Hatch seek. Yeah. I think I need to sticky note my tasks here. Just a bit. Okay. So, we're gonna take a second away to find sticky note and a Sharpie. We're going to just start making a list of things. And then as I do them, I can get rid of the sticky notes. First one. We're gonna do job intro. We're gonna define company. We're going to define need. Okay, so I got one thing. Then we're gonna do job description. We need to define role. Define characteristics. Define outcomes. I'm going to define responsibilities. Hours. And what the lifestyle is like. Okay. This is feeling more doable. This is like a checklist. Okay. Then we need to talk about tasks. Job tasks, which I already have. What to expect. And if you guys want to see, oops, I literally am just sticking it up here. Those were my former sticky notes from last Wednesday. Okay, so once I do the primary tasks, we're gonna need skills and experience. To apply, include resume, cover, portfolio, intro video. I've seen that's like a red flag, but this is for like a video company, so I don't know. I'll get rid of that one. Oh yeah. Benefits and pay. And then I think that'll be good. So, I have all of those sticky notes right here in yellow are going to help me with this. So, I'm just going to take this first sticky note with job intro. Define the company and define the need for somebody. Got it. I can do that. Okay. You're a team of creatives seeking a line manager to increase increase communications, increase fluency, increase what's the word for increasing for smooth operations? Okay, I guess streamline. To streamline the creative production team's processes. Currently, we have a videographer, editor, graphic designer, and script writer. Creating content, daily content for the neurodivergent collective incorporated. Oh my goodness, you can't see me anymore. My bad. To bring awareness to our goal of increasing accessibility and disability awareness in the gaming world. We need a line manager. We need a responsible people-oriented, organized line manager to coordinate efforts within this team and between our financial, sales, and marketing, research and development, HR, and IT teams. Department. Okay. Bam. I did it. I did it. Look how easy that was now that I have these things. Okay. Job description. Define the role. Join the Neurodivergent Collective Corporated as a full-time creative production line manager. Our in-house team of content-minded creatives. Content-minded... You did it! Thank you! In-house team of content-minded creators. Let's change it up a bit because I already used creatives up there. Include... I already talked about who it includes. I need to define the role. Need a... liaison between someone creative, trustworthy production team manager to keep an eye on the bigger picture and direct each team member towards company goals while managing. They can focus on the tasks they do best in. Successful line managers this is messed up. I don't like this setup. This is giving red flags. Social media content creator. This isn't just... We're looking for a platform native social media content creator who lives and breathes organic social media. This is not just a videographer, not just a designer, not just an editor. This is a creative hybrid. This is sounding like you better be paying me a lot. Now, it's pet-friendly work environment with flexible work hours and a hybrid schedule. With health, dental, vision insurance, 401k, with a discretionary match, which is really good. Paid time off, volunteer time off, paid holidays, floating holidays, maternity, paternity leave, summer Fridays, gym membership, monthly reimbursement, tuition reimbursement. So there's most of the benefits are... Most of the value in this job would be in the benefits. Basically. Because they don't mention how much they're gonna pay you for doing 1 job, 2 job, 3 job, 4 jobs in one. So we want to emphasize... I mean, it's a full-time job, but... Wow. 5.0. 5.0 out of 5 stars. Various and between our other departments. To direct each team member. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we've established this and we saved it in that, here. We have that here. We just need to take that. Are effective problem solvers with a strong work ethic and leadership skills. This role would require analytical and quantitative skills. That's really vague. What do I mean by that? Let's look at this. Oh. They just include that. Okay. It's really vague, but that's okay, because that's the culture. Okay. That's fine. Analytical skills require high analytical skills and the capacity to communicate effectively I keep on using effective. It means what I think it means, but I need better variation in my word choice. Communicate directly, yet kindly. Graciously. Let's put that there. Okay, so we defined the role. We defined the characteristics. By joining our team, we need another word for team. Synonyms for team. Group, company, squad, unit, troop. Company. By joining us. by joining us, you will work alongside and supervise a team of independent, highly capable, and experienced video content production workers who need someone to liaison between them and their other departments so they can focus on their priorities. Requiring analytical skills to determine analytical skills and leadership. Analytical and leadership skills? David Chipeppo, 36. I just want to be a helper for content creators. Video, motion, graphics, editor here, script writing. That's cool. So cool. Welcome to the stream. I am doing homework for college. This is a final project. This is basically writing my dream job. I would love to do this. I would love to have this as a job. Unfortunately, it doesn't exist, but I'm trying to pretend like it is. So you're welcome to join me and give feedback on what you think. Like, is this sort of job description something that you'd be like, oh my gosh, I want to work this job. But hi, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. I think that being a helper for content creators is very cool. It sounds like you would fit right in this hypothetical company I've created. Do you have the skills and experience of because right now that's what I've got, but maybe we'll find some skills and experience that it's a little better. Alright, join the Neurodivergent Collective Corporation, which is a hypothetical organization that we are creating just for the sake of school. As a full-time creative production line manager, our in-house team of content-minded creators needs a creative, trustworthy production team manager to direct each team member towards company goals so they can focus on the tasks they do best in. And then I said that again later. David says, wow, this looks pretty awesome. Now I get your view. Thank you. Successful line managers are effective problem solvers with strong work ethics. Yep. I'm pretty sure that's a Pokemon. Ethics and leadership skills. This role would require high analytical skills and the capacity to communicate directly yet graciously. I think I can incorporate these details. Which requires strong communication skills and the ability to analyze when direct help is needed versus indirect support. You will also become a utilize effective you will utilize problem solving in day-to-day activities, I guess? To make a workflow efficient workflow process for your team, as well as I don't know, some of these job descriptions are like, imagine working with us. You'll just have joy every day. It'll be so cool. Who? This requires analyze to optimize workflow processes and support independent, or not necessarily independent, but like fully capable, like the role of this line manager I'm imagining is like, we already have a company that's doing really well. Everyone's been doing their job for a while now. The line manager is just like, hey, we're doing so much that the videographer just needs to focus on videography, and they shouldn't have to deal with like, yeah, I am coordinating a bunch of stuff with the finance department. Like, they get to just do their job. That's what I'm imagining here. You will work alongside and supervise. I guess, you will, coordinate responsibilities in a team of independent, highly capable... That's kind of repetitive. Independent, experienced content production workers. Creators. Let's just say content creators. Who... See, I'm trying to define the role and define characteristics and outcomes and responsibilities all at the same time. And between your team and other departments. This requires strong communication skills and the ability to optimize workflow processes and without bossing people around. Strong communication skills and the ability to optimize workflow processes. Between in a team of many moving parts. Let's just say that. All right. As our content production line manager, you'll own establishing a consistent brand voice across 4 social media platforms: Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Setting creative team targets that align with company vision. Goals? Yeah, goals. Coordinating between departments to ensure creative production team has all necessary resources available. Ensure and maintain safety standards for your team. Conduct performance reviews. Ensuring safety standards, I guess. Maintaining and enforcing safety standards. There we go. Because we want these to be INGs. Little details like that can be the difference between 100 and a 97. Or an 87 or a 90. That are constructive, not destructive. And let's get specific. 360-degree performance reviews. Justin! Oh, hi! Surprise stream! Hi, Justin! I have a final project due, and I needed to process it, and I invited some people in person to do it, and they kept on trying to do it for me, so I'm like, I think I just need to narrate it on stream. How you doing, Justin? Good morning. Appraisal performance reviews. Quarterly. There we go. When is your stream, Justin? Because I'm gonna have to get off for therapy at 11. And then at 12, I can come back on for a little bit, but then I have a meeting at 2. So I'm a little busy, but I would like to lurk in your stream a little bit. Responsibilities. training and onboarding new hires. Managing. Justin says, probably around 12 your time, trying later streams this week. Cool. That's just in time. I'll probably get finished with therapy and be able to hop right in. Managing the training and onboarding of new hires. I started this out as, this is a homework assignment where I am creating a job posting for my dream job, but it has to be a line manager. And then it has to be for a fictitious organization. So originally I actually started out with the Cozy Beard Corporated because it was easier to think about it from your perspective, like working for you, rather than it was to try and do it for me, because for mine I would be like, well, I would be like what a different role than what is assigned to me. But then I was like, oh, I don't want to steal your brand identity. So I switched it over to like a mix, and I'm imagining this is like my brand, your brand, Legends brand. Jay would be in charge of the research and development. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, so we have a protection, finances, human resources, sales and marketing, IT, and research and development, and then we have line managers for all of those people. And so I'm doing a line manager for production team. And a line manager is basically in charge of an entire department, as opposed to like a sales and marketing project manager might run like one marketing project. A line manager coordinates all of sales and marketing, and talks to human resources, finances, production, research and development, IT, to make that marketing thing work. So I love it. Heck yeah. So we have, we're a company, we're a fictitious company that hypothetically brings awareness to accessibility in gaming, and Jay is in charge of the research and development of making games more accessible. I'm going to hire a line manager for the creative department, the production team in charge of like content creation for social media and stuff. And we need a responsible, people-oriented, organized line manager to coordinate efforts within this team and between our other departments. So creative production line manager is going to direct each team member towards company goals. Justin says accessibility in gaming is a huge yes. Yeah. I was just gonna do just like what we're doing right now, where we create content and have a community and stuff, but then I was like, we need more corporation stuff. So like, what's the next obvious pathway to that? And I'm like, well, I guess accessibility in gaming, because that's like the collaboration between our passions, right? So Justin, where would you like to be placed in this area? Would you join Jay in research and development? Would you join me in production? Would you be in finances, human resources, sales and marketing, IT? Where would you want to be? Would you include, would you invent some other task or job or department? What am I missing? What do you think? Neurodivergent Collective Incorporated. There we go. Did I clarify this? Justin says, I'd say HR, given I am pretty decent at conflict resolution. Heck yeah. I'd probably want you as a line manager then, because you would have to coordinate the team members, and keep an eye on, like... I think I'd want you as a line manager then, because I'd want conflict resolution at the core of every single, like, frontline thing, rather than just at, like, the over-the-top sort of thing. I feel like you would be able to utilize your skills a lot more frequently and in valuable spaces on the hands-on areas. But HR is a great location for you as well, because HR is literally just everything all at once. Coordinate responsibilities. I'm just doing random boldings because that's what these things do. Justin says that works. Coordinate responsibilities. We need strong communication skills. Optimize workflow processes in a team of many moving parts. As our content production line manager, you'll own establishing a consistent brand voice, setting creative team targets, coordinate between departments, safety standards are maintained, conducting quarterly 360-degree appraisal performance reviews. And then training and onboarding of new hires. I think that's good enough. And then let's do tasks, I guess? Yeah. No. Responsibilities. You would be responsible for the creative production team as well as interdepartmental communications related regarding your team. This would require hours are flexible and something. Remote work is welcome. I kind of want to do benefits as the beginning, but oh well. So you decide your work hours, when to clock in and out, so long as you meet hourly minimums, meet weekly minimums, and how do you communicate a hybrid schedule? So, remote schedule. And work can be completely remote or done in person. And I made this offer to everyone else that's in stream right now, but if you guys have any ideas or you want to pretend that you are a part of this or you have any questions as if you were going to apply for this, feel free to ask questions. I the the assignment thing says that you can, as long as you do a good job on this and you don't use AI in any way, shape, or form, you are fine to use whatever resources are available. So it's not like I'm copy and pasting from you guys. I'm getting feedback, real-time feedback. Okay, so work can be completely remote or done in person. I really, really like this little area. I think this is a strength of this one. It is a red flag, but, oh, I do like why work with us. Hours, lifestyle. Okay. Tasks. I need to rewrite this so it's not just copy and pasted from that one website. Liaising. Liaisoning. Liaising. Liaison. Justin says, to be honest, I am a big fan of job roles that allow both remote and in-person work. Thank you. I agree. That's what I'm looking for. I'd like to be able to, you know, be in person and connect with my team members, but also, that's not always possible for me, you know? Ooh, intermediation. Intermediate between team members and other departments and senior managers. Manage creative production resources. Allocate budgets. How did I do this? No, this is... No, I want that... Why do you keep on making that plural? Microsoft Word. Ah! Okay. Managing training and onboarding of new hires. Okay. Yeah, just that. Allocate budgets and allocating budgets. Yeah, great job. Allocate budgets. Manage. Including budgets and maintenance. Going to recruit, interview, and hire new team members. So let's make this the third one so that we have parallels. What was the third one? Second one. Manage creative production resources. Ah, yes. So that's kind of like 1 and 2 together, and then... So... Managing training and onboarding of new hires is going to be second, because that's the second concept. So, so HR is going to be in charge of hiring and stuff, recruiting, interviewing, and hiring. So, the line manager is going to work on and integrate new team members. Provide, supervise, no, enable. Oh, thank you, it's for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. Welcome on in. And there is the echo. Happens every time. Still don't know why. Streamlabs is awake. It is. It's still doing the echo. Maybe Streamlabs heard that we love echolalia here, and it's just like, you know what? I'm gonna do it too. I'm gonna echo too. Okay, protect, assure, conserve, cover, cushion, defend, insulate, keep, look after, preserve, secure, abandon, neglect, endanger. No, we don't want the antonyms. Supply, I guess. No, as a verb. Provide. Facilitate, that's it. Facilitate employees, team members, performance feedback. Establish a consistent brand voice. So, yeah. Develop and monitor. Develop and monitor performance metrics and progress. Ever since they put AI in Microsoft Word, it's just been giving worse and worse suggestions. Oh my goodness. That's not very helpful, in my opinion. Intermediate, manage, train, integrate, develop, monitor, facilitate. So we want to flip it up here. Team targets. There we go. Maintain safety standards. I feel like that shouldn't be last. I feel like that shouldn't be last. So which one was that? That was underneath training and onboarding. Justin says, forced AI has certainly made things hard. Wish I could opt out. Yeah. 100%. Okay, so tasks. So now we're in the INGs. We can get rid of that. This is all from the website. Communicate business objectives and department goals to team. I did that up here. Perform quality inspections and assessing processes. Manage production resources, including budgets and maintenance. Train and integrate new team members. Okay. Develop and monitor performance metrics and progress. Facilitate performance feedback. So we have this and that and that. We need something about goals. Oh, we do have something about goals. We need something about performance reports and organizational goals. Okay. And something about safety. Establish and enforce safety standards and procedures for team. We're also going to blah. We're gonna do keyboard smash. Ready? Everybody, keyboard smash. 1, 2, 3, go. It's okay. I'll wait. I'll even do a keyboard smash with you. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. That's a task. Okay. No, really. Brand voice. Good enough. Really. Good enough. Skills and experience. Skills. I did tasks. Let's go. We're on to the next ones. Skills and experience. I want to skip to benefits and compensation. I want to talk about... We're gonna have kazoo competitions. Health, dental, and vision insurance. 401k with discretionary matching. Paid time off. Let's do 150 hours. PTO given at start of each year. Jace is not the kazoo. Volunteer time off. 8 hours per quarter? I'm gonna do 12 hours per quarter just for giving back to community. You guys are gonna get paid holidays. Not 13 though. We're gonna do 6. You know what? I typed 5. We're gonna go with 5 now. 5 paid company holidays. Because I want you to be able to choose your paid time off. Not necessarily just celebrate holidays. That's gonna be like, because this is America, and we're prioritizing other countries, at Christmas, your version of Thanksgiving, if you work in America and are American, you can celebrate American Thanksgiving, but if you're in Canada, you can celebrate Canadian Thanksgiving. If you're in another country, you can celebrate that Thanksgiving, whatever it is, the equivalent of that. Let's do Memorial Day. Let's remember people. Let's do New Year's. And then I don't know. Maybe 6. I'll do 6. Ooh, is there paternity and maternity leave? Yes, there will be. 6 paid company holidays. We're gonna do floating holidays. What the heck is that? We're just gonna do parental leave. Make it real open to non-binary identities. We're gonna do summer Fridays? I don't know what that means. Would you gym membership monthly reimbursement? Tuition reimbursement. We're also going to do 4 months covered. Paid leave. Flexible roles following. So that if you come back to the job and you still want to have your job, but you're like, I don't know that this is working in the role that I originally had, you can have a different role for better responsibilities as parents, stuff. I don't know. What's another? I really want to focus on the benefits, but also that's like the least important part of this homework-wise. Benefits and compensation. So, we're gonna have this full-time position, 40 hours per week, bi-weekly, with hourly wages. Let's do, because this is a line manager. Heck yeah, applying for this hypothetical company. Thanks! Earlier we had somebody come in trying to apply for the company too. I don't know. Maybe I could have clarified this is homework a little better. I don't know. Sick leave. Ooh, let's do this. Sick leave. Jay says, me too. Yeah. Although I feel like I might have to have you as a volunteer or unpaid intern at first. Depending on rules. I'd want to pay you. I don't know that it's legal to pay you yet. I don't know. If it's legal to pay you, I will absolutely hire and pay you. Until then, I'll get you job experience. 401k plans, life insurance. Oh, health, dental, life, dental, and vision insurance. Sick leave. What's a good amount of sick leave? Yeah. 20 hours. Sick leave. How much sick leave is normal? 6 to 10 days. You can tell someone with a chronic illness did this. Days. Let's just do 15. Most companies in the US give 3 to 5 days of sick leave. Oh, you can have infinite. If you are sick, you are sick. Don't stress. I don't know. Infinite Sick leave. Jay says what? If I remember correctly, Jay, I think you're a minor, and I don't know the rules about hiring minors, but there was a whole chapter about how it's awkward to hire, like, there's, something about, like, you can only hire minors. Oh, 3 to 5 days? Yeah. Apparently most companies in the US give 3 to 5 days of sick leave, according to Reddit. So, you know. A normal average number of paid sick days offered by US companies is typically 6 to 10 days per year, according to AI. Not really finding a lot of good, reliable. Trynet.com, 8 days per year. Indeed, 7 days. Part-time get an average of 6 days. I don't know. I think I want to do infinite sick leave. Yeah, okay. Maybe I'll do... because this is 12 hours per quarter? I don't know. We're not gonna have a very good company, are we? I'm putting it all into the people. Let's do... how much to pay line managers? Average salary? Hourly rates around 46? Okay. Let's do $45. That's a nice round number. It's very few. I think Legend gets about 5 medical days, otherwise has to take points. Ugh, that sucks. So if somebody's 40 hours per week... Yeah, I've always felt that being sick is treated weird here. Yeah, I want... if you're sick, you're sick. You have infinite sick leave. And then also, if you are sick but you still want to work and get credit, just work from home. Like, I want it to be very accessible. 45 times 40 times 52. That's nearly 100K. Is 93.6K good income in Orlando? So I don't know how expensive it is in Orlando. It's very good for a single person in Orlando, comfortably exceeding the local medium wage, which is roughly 56. It almost doubles that. Okay. This is why it's fictitious, because it's too good to be true. If it's too good to be true, don't believe it. Justin says it's harder here because we live in a small town, so even booking a checkup is hard because places are open during working hours. Yeah. Okay. This is not realistic in the slightest, y'all. Jay says, I could rant about it, but I don't feel this is the space to do it. You know what? Rant about it. Go ahead. I give you permission. Go ahead. Do the rant. We're gonna test that out. How do I feel about rants about health stuff and stuff? Just the same here, Jay. Legend and I have many a rant on that topic. Yeah. Full-time creative director, Orlando, Florida. We're a team of creatives seeking a line manager to streamline the creative production team's processes. Currently, we have a videographer, editor, graphic designer, scriptwriter creating daily content for the Neurodivergent Collective Corporation to bring awareness to our goal of increasing accessibility and disability awareness in the gaming world. We need a responsible, people-oriented, organized line manager to coordinate efforts within this hypothetical, fictitious team and between our other hypothetical and fictitious departments. If any of this gets clipped, please note, this is all fake. Join the Neurodivergent Collective Corporation as a full-time creative production line manager. Our in-house team of content-minded creators needs a creative, trustworthy production team manager to direct each team member towards company goals, so they can focus on the tasks they excel in. You will coordinate responsibilities in a team of independent, experienced content creators and between your team and other departments. That team and other departments. Within a team and between that team and other departments. There we go. This requires strong communication skills and the ability to optimize workflow processes and a team of many moving parts. As our content production line manager, you'll own coordinating between departments to ensure the creative production team has all necessary resources available, managing training and onboarding of new hires, maintaining safety standards for your team, conducting quarterly 360-degree appraisal performance reviews, setting creative team targets that align with company goals, and establishing a consistent brand voice across 4 social media platforms: Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. You would be responsible for the creative production team as well as interdepartmental communications regarding your team. Hours are flexible, so you decide when to clock in and out, so long as you meet the 40-hour weekly minimum as a full-time employee, and work can be completely remote or done in person. Jay says, I luckily haven't had to take too much time off school for being sick, but a lot of my friends have, and it always felt like the teachers resented them for being absent. Oof, yeah. Yeah. Like, as a teacher, there's no reason for us to resent students for being absent if they're genuinely sick. A lot of times, students, like, over the board will, like, not show up to school, but that's reflective. You just need a touch of empathy to realize, like, that is still being sick. It's just a different kind of sickness, and that deserves to be taken care of. Like, emotional, mental, physical well-being. Just because you're not sniffly or not feeling well doesn't, like, physically not feeling well doesn't mean that you can't still need a sick day to take care of your emotional and mental well-being. Like, I am a student. I work with students. I have worked in the capacity as a teacher in a classroom as a teacher's aide. I got to run classrooms a little bit. I'm getting off topic. But like I've played a bunch of different roles in a classroom, and yeah, there are some students that just want to, we're gonna go big. There are some students that just want to take advantage of the time and don't want to be there and stuff, but that's because they don't value the class and they don't see how it's applicable to them. And that deserves just as much attention. Like, that's I view that as a form of sickness, not because they are being lazy. Maybe they're being lazy, but why are they being lazy? Like, just get curious, you know? Justin says, people don't choose to be sick. Exactly. Jay says, exactly, Justin. Yes. Justin says, yes, mental health is just as important as physical health. Yeah. Even if someone is being lazy, it doesn't hurt to be curious. Like, why are you lazy? Maybe you are overworked. Maybe you don't see the value, in which case, yeah, I would be lazy too. As long as it's not impeding classroom, then collaborate with the student. Show the student that you value their participation. A lot of times, students being quote-unquote lazy isn't because they don't value education. It's because they don't feel that they're getting educated in a valuable way. And I think just, I don't know. It takes humility and courage as a teacher to recognize that you can do everything in your power to help your students, and it still won't be enough sometimes. But it doesn't mean that you can't still help them. It just means that your 100% might need some extra support, or a reroute, or a different perspective. Like, going 100%, I could be driving and following all of the rules of the road and doing a very good job driving, but if I'm going in the wrong direction, I'm not going to be serving anybody by going in the wrong direction. Like, I need to be going in the right direction with 100% effort and care. And I could be going in the right direction, but who knows? Maybe I don't have the resources available. Maybe I don't have the gas and I need to take a little detour to get enough gas. Like, I don't know. A little compassion, a little curiosity goes a long way in a lot of situations, I feel. Alright. Coming back to tasks. Tasks will be intermediating between team members, other departments, and senior managers. Manage creative production resources. Let's just do manage department resources, including budgets and maintenance. Train and integrate new team members. Establish and enforce safety standards and procedures for the team. Develop and monitor performance metrics and progress. Facilitate team members' performance feedback. I think that looks okay. Skills and experience clearly still need to do. Qualifications. We're getting to the point where we can just find Control F keywords in this document and then do that in the textbook, and then we'll have 25 points done. Heck yeah. Justin says, people always give 100% of what they can give at any given moment, but everyone's 100% looks different. Jace is exactly... I disagree. And I disagree with a lot of grains of salt. Not just because I need to have a lot of salt, but sometimes... I'm gonna give myself until 10:03 a.m. Sometimes people don't give 100%, and they could give 100% of what they could give. And it's not always because they don't have the capacity. Sometimes, like... what do I do? Trying to give a good equation. Financial management homework. I don't give that 100% of my attention consistently. I could. And it's not that I don't have the capacity to. I very well could work on it throughout the week. You know, I find it, I have some friction, but I know that I can overcome that friction really effectively if I apply the right things. I just don't, because I don't want to. And that is not what I can give. It's not 100% of what I can give. I give it 20%. And it's not even because I don't have the 30 or 40% to give to it as well. It's, I just really don't like it, and I don't value it enough to give it 100%. So in that sense, people don't always give 100% of what they can give. I think a lot of neurodivergent people do. I think a lot of marginalized people frequently give 100% of what they can, because that is what's expected for them to meet, like, normal categories, like expectations. That being said, it's 10:03 and I gave myself till 10:03. All that to say, I think it's better to assume that way, but also recognize that sometimes people won't. Jay says that makes sense. Thanks. That's not say that, like, right here, I am giving 100% of my effort right. Yeah, I'm giving 100% of my effort right now because I'm talking through it. I evaluated what I needed to give to this project, and even though that's only like 40% of my effort, that's 100% of what I can for this. I'm giving that effort towards this project, and it doesn't look like 100% because I'm not hyper-focused on it. I'm not, you know, making this my whole personality and doing the whole thing, but, you know, I am talking through it. I'm taking breaks so that I can process what I just talked through, stuff like that. Like, this is 100% for me, and I think it's kind to assume that people do, but it's also not realistic, I feel, to assume that people will always give 100%, because sometimes people are lazy, and that's okay. That's not morally bad. It's just, you know, a fact. If you are giving 100% all of the time, I wonder if maybe you could be a little lazier to give yourself a little bit of a break. Because you deserve rest. You deserve to have a realistic output of energy. Not everything has to be 100% of what you can give. Skills and experience. I'm gonna go back to the line manager description. Skills, let's go! Oh, yeah! I can just copy and paste and then pretend I wrote it. That's called plagiarism, guys. Not like that. Control-Shift-V. There we go. So, I'm going to present this information. It is, so the difference between plagiarism and not plagiarism here is I'm using resources. What does the tutorial for this say? We need a reference page. We're not graded on the reference page. I think because these are just tasks, I'm changing the wording here, but some of these skills are just the skills that you need to have. It's like, oh no, did I plagiarize saying that videographers need to be able to utilize a camera? No, that's just a common knowledge thing, and that's the difference between plagiarism and common knowledge or just not plagiarism. Here, this is common knowledge. Even if I didn't know it, I'm learning it, but it's common knowledge for this field. So, we're going to present this in the way that is most important. We need technical knowledge of content creation processes. Leadership skills. Leadership of strong, independent team members. Time management, attention to detail, analytical, something about analytical brains. Training and development. Ooh. Thinking and problem solving. budget, management, health and safety, compliance. Problem solving, leadership, communication. Definitely communication. Flexibility. And adaptability. Okay. So we've got that. I feel like this is a bit long. So let's make it even longer. 2+ years experience creating content for social media. I'm trying to make this accessible in some capacity. 1+ year experience, team leadership, this is sending me, the way I phrased it, if you're sick, you're sick. Infinite sick leave. Just like, take that, US systems, I don't know. We want... I don't necessarily... For this role, we do need, like, basic education and literacy. So, let's say AA degree. But also, I would have no qualms with someone who's currently getting their AA degree. I think maybe just a high school diploma or GED. AA preferred. So we need to go to the benefits, clarify $45 per hour or $93K per year. And then qualifications. Do I need qualifications? I think I included that already. To apply. Resume. Please submit the following to neurodivergentcollective@gmail.com. Resume, cover, portfolio. Bam. Let's just get rid of... What's a way to clarify? I want to talk about how you have some autonomy, like you have control over your department. You will autonomously coordinate. There we go. Will be. Time management and attention to detail. How about that? Mercy. All right. I have a tutorial about how to be a member of the channel or get free memberships, how to get free YouTube memberships. And it's literally just like a tutorial to show people like, hey, you can enable this. But it's gotten me so many subscriptions from people that just think that it'll get me an automatic membership, and they don't have very good video literacy at all, because I clarify in the video, and like enough people have watched the video and understood clearly, like, yeah, that doesn't mean that you get it doesn't assure you a membership, but it makes it more likely this is how you would get a membership. And so many people are just like, I did all the steps, can I be a member now? Am I a member yet? And I'm like, I don't decide that. That's what random means. Welcome. This is the welcome letter. Anyways, I'm gonna have to delete that video so that people stop thinking that. Because it's getting tiring. Welcome letter. Dang it. Okay. Clearly not that. Welcome letter for line managers. Oh, there we go. That's helpful. Justin says, YouTube randomly does it. It's weird how it doesn't seem to prefer active subs. I agree. It's very weird. Mari says, hello. Hello, Mari. How you doing? Let me do a Kermit impression. How is that? How is that, Mari? How you doing? Oh, right. Welcome to the stream. I'm doing my homework. We've created a fictitious organization called the Neurodivergent Collective Corporation. We have 6 departments: human resources, finances, production, sales and marketing, IT department, and research and development. Our goal as a fictitious organization is to celebrate and increase disability awareness and increase accessibility for disabilities in the gaming world. We just finished creating a job posting, and now we're going to create a welcome letter and an initial performance evaluation for an employee completing their first 90 days. And then we're gonna explain that I know what I'm talking about, and this is what that's all about. This is an inventory sheet, which when I was getting into education and stuff, that was very helpful, but nobody ever asked for it. So Mars is doing pretty good. Yeah, that's good. So, if you would like to be a part of this fictitious organization, go ahead and let me know which department you'd like to be a part of. I will show you guys again. Human resources, sales and marketing, finances, production, research and development, or IT. Where would you like to put yourself? Sales and marketing is cool. I just got bored describing it because I have an idea. I understand it pretty well. The ones I don't understand very well, I had to define a little better. And then we have some really is it realistic? No, not in the slightest. This is so unrealistic, my company and stuff. However, is it good? It's so good. Everyone wants to work for me. Welcome. Welcome. Insert name here. The neurodivergent collective corporation would like to... World Domination Department. Great. I'm going to put you in HR. I find it funny that Justin wanted to go into HR, and I was like, I want you as a line manager. Mari says World Domination. I put you in HR. It's like the best people for HR are for other areas. And the best person for not HR is HR. Okay. Important workplace information. That is fair. Officially welcome you to the team. We are so glad to have you. Your name, role, and contact information. Is that mine or theirs? Are we asking for theirs? Mari says, alright, time to turn some humans into resources. Literally, don't get me started because I literally have 30 minutes before therapy, but technically 38. That's my job, right? That's how the textbook defined it. I was so off-put by the textbook. Chase is lol. Crud muffins wrapped in sausage gravy. What am I supposed to do? I think I need a snack. Thankfully, I have a snack in that drawer. Actually, I want, I think I want grapes, because I got grapes. I think I've been reacting to processed foods, like, with all of the migraine triggers. I think I just want grapes. I'll be right back. Let me leave it on the benefits, because the benefits are really great. Let me show you the benefits. Enjoy the benefits. Wow, that hurt. Ugh. Justice says, oop, I better eat before I start my next pre-stream task. Yup. Yep. Balancing food and streaming can be hard. Okay. 10:25. Oh. On behalf of the Neurodivergent Collective Corporation, I would like to officially welcome you to the team. We are so glad to have you and excited to begin working together. Mari says, I'm just glad I actually remembered to eat and take meds today. Been forgetting to do that a lot. Yay for remembering meds, says Justin, and I agree. Justice says, my brain doing the focus on the wrong thing. I want to play with finding an OBS Twitch chat plugin to reduce game lag. Good luck. I bet you can't do that in 10 minutes. I bet you can't find what you need in 10 minutes. I dare you. In fact, I was gonna say I'll gift you a subscription, or gift you a membership, but I can't. I dare you. That's it. I just dare you. My name is Amelia. Last naming son. That's awkward. I think I'm gonna have to do that P.O. box sooner than later. I am the line manager for HR. Human Resources. Human Resources. I am a Human Resources Manager for the company. As you onboard, I will be your guide and trainer to help you get your footing with this team. You have any questions regarding your role, responsibilities, or the company, just contact me via Teams or visit my office in 3, 4, 5, 6. I have an open door policy. For the next 90 days, for the next 5 work days, you will be shadowing me as I demonstrate your key roles and responsibilities. Me and others in the organization to get a clear view of your role and responsibilities as our new line manager for the creative production team. Was it creative or content? Content. Then for 2 weeks, training, and by shadowing me and others in the organization, then for 2 weeks, you will complete... Why is my headphones so wonky? You will assume typical responsibilities for your role. I keep on using those phrases. I don't know that I know what they mean. Typical duties. I typed duties for your position with unlimited while I shadow you, so that if you have any questions or concerns, you can get support immediately. Then to meet the teams, and there we go. We'll conclude once these 3 weeks have passed. You will be set to start work immediately. From then on, or something. I don't know. No, we don't need, as you are on board. If at any point you need contact HR department head, because I'm just a manager and we want a department head. Head of HR at gmail.com. Or call 123 456 7890. Option 2. Perfect. Your first day of work will be... Guys, when do you want to start work? What day do you want to work? Do we want May 1st? June 2nd? July 3rd? Or August 4th? Justin says, that's enough Facebook for now. Won't go into detail, but upsetting political things, so I will do me a favor and close the app. I'm proud of you for setting that boundary for yourself. That's why I had to end my relationship with social media outside of YouTube. We have one vote for June 2nd. Anybody else want a June 2nd or May 1st or July 3rd or August 4th? Anybody? It's gonna be a really quick poll. I'll keep it up. June 2nd, 2026. For onboarding purposes, please come into... Please either come into work or log on and join the virtual Teams meeting. I will send you via email 24 hours before. At precisely 10 a.m. June 2nd. Alright, we're gonna end the poll. June 2nd. It wins. Good job, guys. Good job. At 10 a.m. June 2nd. And prepare to participate in orientation sessions and key activities, key work activities related to your job throughout the day. If at any point you need a break or to switch to virtual remote work, we have a sensory break room. Friendly break room with computers and free Wi-Fi access. On site, and an option to show you are available but off screen for now from a remotely. We have public transportation. Pull up. There are a lot of designated parking spots to ensure accessibility for our employees and clients alike. Please keep the following in mind if you or someone else you come in person and need to park on site. Blue disability parking. Spaces are designed with extra space for people with disabilities needing the extra space, like wheelchairs, ramps, etc. Blue stripe. Pink checkers. Pink checker disability parking spaces are designed to be close to the entrance, but do not have extra space for those with limited mobility, or for those not using larger mobility aids, and if you do not have one of, please ensure people who need these spaces have access to them at all times. This is for example, I have mobility and fatigue issues, but only use a cane, so I use the pink checker spaces. And then let's do, white, zebra, stability, parking spaces. Does anybody have any ideas for other parking spaces? Are for families with children or animals. Let's say zones are for families with children or animals to ensure everyone is aware that there are to provide with children or animals coming on site, and is always has security guards posted to ensure safety of all individuals. Standard white parking spaces are for able-bodied individuals, or for individuals without specific location. There's a parking lot garage. Oh, that's a good idea. Any and all individuals, staff, or client. Parking lot garage is located for further parking on west side of the building. Thank you, Mr. Conductor Bro. That was... came in clutch there. Alright, I got about 5 minutes before I gotta close this and switch to therapy. Bam. There we go. There are designated parking spots instead of a lot of. That just sounded a little unprofessional. What do you call the people that go and drive you? Name for chauffeur at company. Yes. Taxi. We have drivers in golf carts patrolling the parking lot and garage specifically to provide reliable transportation should closer spots be occupied. Okay, with all of that in mind, Standard office hours. In-person office hours are 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. For... I don't know. I think I'm kind of burning out on information. But I've done a lot of good work, I think. But once you pass security protocols, you can come into work at any time. Typically, I think I'm gonna finish this paragraph and the next paragraph and then sign off. Thank you guys for joining me. Let's see how much work I can do in 2 minutes. 3 minutes? You did great work. Thank you. How did you fare with the OBS thing? Many employees find they enjoy sharing your team tends to come in later in the day and work evening hours to support the streaming schedules of our content production. Streaming schedules. Justin says, got an idea, gonna try it soon, just finishing this one short first. Heck yeah. So, when you come in on June 2nd, 2026 at 9 a.m., after you will get to meet your team after completing all mandatory safety and training modules. Until then, here is your team. Videographer, editor, moderation team, graphic designer, script writer. For lunch, camera operator 1, gardener, camera operator 2. Hey, do you guys want to be characters? Justin. Let's see, I did gardener. Let's do Lanson. Camera director. Let's do Bronte for Mr. Conductor Bro. We have the bro, Bronte. Condor. There we go. I have an editor. I have what's a version? Legend plays Alex, so let's do Alex Legendson. Let's also add J Bird. Moderation team. We're gonna have Mari. Mari Paul. We're gonna do. I'm running out of time. Okay. Who else? Chester. Drawson. Graphic designer. Steve Bobs. Jay Corbeau. You're Jaybird right now. I have therapy in 3 minutes. Oh my gosh. Lily. Lily. Nedson. Okay, that's great. That's great. We have first and last names, guys. Kerbo. Okay. Thank you guys for joining. I'm gonna go do therapy. Hope you have a wonderful day. Go hang out in Justin's Twitch chat in a couple of hours. Okay, I love you. Bye! I'm sorry, we don't even get a bye train.